Hey guys, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Likewise, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and don't forget to drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Now, you guys know that I really do love watching different YouTubers, and one of my favorite YouTubers is Peter Monn. And Peter Monn has a channel, has six channels actually, and he is just so fun, and he's so witty, and he has a lot of wisdom and just common sense to him. I just like him. He said a lot of things over the months that really touched me. And the other day I came across this deck and I mailed him one and I mailed myself one. I hope he got it. Um, and basically, the reason why I mailed it to him is because the author of this deck is also the author of several meditation books that he uses on his Peterisms channel. So if you want to check out Peterisms or his main channel, I think it's called Peter Monn. I think Peter Monn is his main channel. That's where I found him at because he has six channels. So I'm not sure which one was the main one. But anyway, he uses her books. And I was like, let me check out this deck. So there I was on hayhouse.com. And as you can see, it's a sturdy box, beautiful artwork. I love it. If you want to check out the back of it, you can. A lot of times people ask me for things that can help them meditate. This is a great meditation tool for beginners. It's not so much tarot or an oracle deck as it is more like a meditation deck, I would call it. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I got to work with this. So for about 16 days, I've been working with this. And as you can see, it does use the language of God and universe. So if that bothers you, you might not want to work with this deck, but that doesn't bother me at all. Whatever you call the creator, as long as it's not disrespectful, I totally get it. And I think this is great for people of any spirituality, of any spiritual system. I think anybody really can use this because the concepts that she goes over are universal human concepts. Now, like I said before, the box is really great. This is this isn't my favorite box, but the sturdiness of it is really cool. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the cards. Now, each card has a different backing to it. Each card has a special, unique back. And then on the other side, the same picture. So I'm only going to show you one side because it's the same picture. So one side, let me move this around so you won't have to deal with the glare. There you are. So one side, as you saw, is just the illustration, and the other side has words on it, and it talks about different concepts. And as I go through the cards, you'll see the different concepts that she covers. But they're, universal concepts and things that we all go through. And the artwork is really attractive. The cards are a standard large size. Most oracle decks are about this size. Nowadays, I see a lot of mini decks too. But the size is a good size. And look at this. The card stock. These are going to last the test of time, okay? And again, as you can see, everyone is talking about something different that goes on in our lives that holds us back. And what we can do about it, in this case, is setting healthier boundaries. So each one of these talks about a different thing, and you just read it basically. So like I said before, I would say the only thing that you would need is to be of a certain reading level, maybe 3rd or 4th grade, I'm thinking, based on these. And that would probably be pretty much it. So anybody, like I said before, or at least most people, even some children, would be able to use this if you wanted to help your child start a very progressive spiritual practice, which is a wonderful idea, especially when they're young. I think a younger child, about, I guess you could read, I don't know, I read early in life. So I'm thinking if I was reading this in like first grade, anywhere between like first and fourth, I think it depends on how much you love to read and what your level is. So what I do is, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I've been using these for about 16 days now. So what I do is I get one card by shuffling. I sit, and first thing I do is relax. Whenever you want to do something meditative, you want to come at it from a relaxed standpoint. So the first thing I do is relax myself. I will have some chamomile and lavender tea. I'll have a glass of wine, do some breathing exercises, use my singing bowl, whatever you're into, whatever relaxes you. Take a bath, take a shower, whatever the case is. And then get by yourself, either in the house, or if you have a secluded area. I used to go to this wooded area, like this national park where I was at. Nobody was ever there, and I would go there and read my cards and pray. So whatever case is, so get yourself nice and, calm, and then sit down, breathe, and shuffle these cards. And you just shuffle them until you feel the need to stop. And wherever you stop at, pull one card from the top. Some people use the top or the bottom. I use the top. Pull one card from the top of the deck and then read it. Read it, consider it. Does it fit into your day? Does it fit into your life? Does it fit a situation? Maybe somebody else might be going through this that talk to you about it, and you could take a picture and send it to them. And then after I do that, many days I journal. So I'll write about the concept. I'll write about how it's coming up in my life or around me. And I'll write about what I can do based on the advice that was given in the card. I really love these cards. What I love the most, to be honest with you, is they're very diverse. And I feel like I said before, like anybody can use these cards. And certain cards are not like that. For example, tarot. Anybody cannot just pick up tarot and use it. A lot of people are good at it, but a lot of people struggle because there's so much symbolism. There's so much to it. So a deck like this, I love because I can give this deck to anybody who wants to get more in tune with themselves, who says to me, I'm not really, a meditative person, but I would like to learn, or I want to get into a journal practice. These are perfect. You sit and you read it, and then you write about, you talk about, you think about what it says. It's so simple. I love them so much. And I have a lot of decks. You guys know that. This is one that I really can recommend to almost anybody. And the thing I like about it the most is that it's so easy to use. Some of the other decks that I have that would fit in this particular niche are too difficult to use. They're like, I don't even want to say they're difficult. They're just more involved. Like I'm thinking of one that's one of my favorites, and it's the same concept. You pick a card and you take a look at it. But in this one, you have to have the guidebook. For the other one, you have to have the guidebook. And you have to look up the card, and then it's like 3 pages of information. And when I have plenty of time to sit and read it and do the meditation that comes with it and the exercise, that's wonderful. But some of us don't have that much time. When I was a teacher, and when I first started my spiritual practices, I was a high school teacher. And I only had like 30 minutes a day to really do spiritual practices. I had to get in and I had to get out. So I did 15 minutes in the morning, and I had time to do 15 minutes at night. And basically that was it. So I had to do something that was quick. So something like this, which I did not have back then, I had things that were took me a little bit longer, but I found ways to do 15 minutes here and there. But if I had something like this would have been perfect simply because of the fact that it would have been easy. Read it, think about it, move on with your day, you know? And they're great conversation pieces. Let's say you and your loved ones. Some of the times me and my friends, like I have two friends in particular right now, and every morning we pull a card. Now me and one friend have this deck, and my other friend has other decks, so it just depends on what deck. Lately we've been using whatever deck we wanted to, and I've been using this one a lot because I can pull it, show her the picture, the meaning of the card is right there on the card. Boom, boom, bam. You got something. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like fast food. So it's like fast meditation, but you can take your time with it. If you don't have a lot of time, that's good. You can read it in your car before work. And if you have more time, you can take more time with it. You can do, maybe if you don't want to do a journal assignment, you can paint a picture that day that goes along with the ideas that you learned from that particular card. um Sky's the limit, really. You can use your creativity. I just use journaling because I've found journaling to be very helpful for me, and I've been journaling for a very long time. So it's very helpful for me. As an Aquarius, it helps me to see what's going on inside of me. But some people might not want to write. Some people might want to write a poem. Some people might want to do something like music, maybe write a song, or, like I said earlier, paint a picture. It's a lot of different ways, you can use art therapy with these cards. So I highly recommend them to anyone and everyone. And as you can see, they're so pretty. The artwork is really gorgeous on these. It's very inviting. It just kind of pulls you in. And you'll see as you look at them more, there's lots of beautiful, bright, vibrant colors. I love reds and pinks and purples and blues. And this deck is full of them. It is full of them. I also like the language that she uses because she doesn't use like enabling language. She definitely uses language that's more empowering, I would call it. But it's very spiritually centered, and it's very loving yourself centered. A lot of love and gratitude and a lot of positive things that we always talk about from day to day, wanting to incorporate more of. Some people talk about wanting to incorporate more of that energy into their lives. So if you're one of those people that wants to incorporate more of that, this deck would be spectacular for that. So that's why I fell in love with this deck. I hope that Peter got his, and I hope he loves it as much as I do, because the more I use it, the more I love it. And the artwork seems to go along basically with whatever the message is. And there are a lot of them in here. So it's like, I think I said it was 50 cards. So it's 50 different possible topics you can get. Now, one of the things I've learned, and I'll tell you this from using cards, is that if you get a card a lot, like repeatedly, let's say you decide to do a daily draw. That's what I call it when you do one a day. So let's say you decided to do a daily draw. And for 7 days, you drew a card. And for 4 of the 7 days, you got the same card. Or 2 or 3 even of the 7 days, you got the same card. I would tell you that that is more than likely something that your energy really needs help with, is really struggling with, or is really important in your life. It could be serious confirmation. It could be a number of different things, but it's important. So if you see something more than once, I always stop and say, you know something, Something about this, let me pay a little bit of extra attention to this. And I normally would just pull more cards because I have other decks. So I would take that card and pull other cards about it and see how they lined up. But the bottom line is that even if this is your only deck, you can take a look and be like, what is this trying to tell me? Why do I keep getting this card? Am I doing this? Am I not doing this? What is it trying to say? So, and the flowers. Oh, I love flowers. So that's 49, and this one is 50. Okay. So now I'm gonna grab us one, and you can shuffle in any way. The most important thing is close your eyes. I always tell people when you're shuffling, close your eyes. It doesn't matter how you shuffle, if you do, whatever method you want to use. Right now, I'm using this method where I just go like this. That's it. This real simple method. And I got my eyes closed. Oop, I think I dropped one. I had my eyes closed and I close them back again. And I just shuffle it around. And then when I feel the need to stop, I stop, put it down, and pick up the first card. Look at that. Guys, oh my goodness. Let me move this over. This is the same card I got this morning. Oh my goodness, this is so funny to me. I got to tell my friend. This morning I pulled a card and this was it. And when I first got the card, let me tell y'all what I did. I put it back into the deck and shuffled again because I was like, taking risks. What kind of risk am I going to take today? I'm not going nowhere. I just got to work today. This is not for me. And I put it back. Well, I shuffled and got the same card. So now this is the third time today that I got this card. So I'm going to take notice. I'm going to take my own advice. And try to take notice. Today, I will ask God to help me begin to take healthy risks. I will ask for assistance in letting go of my fear of failure and success. I will ask for help in fully living my life so that I can start experiencing all of the wonderful parts of my journey. So somewhere there's some fear in me that I'm not really picking up on. I can see fear of failure. I think everybody has that sometimes. And maybe there is a fear of success. Maybe a part of me is like, oh, it's going to be a lot of work because I do think that sometimes. So yeah, okay, I can take both of these. So I'm going to work on this. And I'm going to say right now, Goddess, please help me to begin to take more healthy risks. I'm asking for your assistance in letting go of all of my fears. I will ask for help in fully living my life. Please help me to fully live my life, Goddess, that I can start experiencing all of the wonderful parts of my journey that I may not be experiencing because the fear may get in the way. Thank you for bringing this message to me repeatedly in love and light. Thank you, Goddess Osset. All right, guys. So now I'm done with that, and I'm going to go journal about taking risks and having fears and pushing past them. And if you're interested in this beautiful deck, underneath this video will be a link to where I got it on Amazon.com. Okay. You can also go to Hay House because hayhouse.com also has a lot of really good sales, by the way. They have several sales every year that are just phenomenal, like buy one, get one free, stuff like that. So take a look at hayhouse.com as well, and I will put both of those links underneath this video. Thank you for checking out this video, and come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.